This is Moonshine and Music with Joe Shelton. Wait a minute, that's me. Anyway, we're going to bring you some inspiring songwriters, musicians, and maybe some side challenges and other stuff around the music industry. So stick with us right now, because the show is coming your way. Woo! Moonshine and Music starts right now. Welcome to Moonshine and Music. Today we're here with a girl called Books.
Hi,
how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It's really nice to see you again.
Yes, likewise. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So I find your stage name to be very cool, but like in like, you know, I mean, usually we get lame ones like Lady Gaga or something. Okay, that's not so lame. That's pretty cool. You know, how did you come up with that? What's the impetus? Let's get that out of the way first.
I think I just ultimately just kind of embraced who I am, which is just, you know, book smarts, no common smarts. It is what it is. No, I've always grown up in being the nerdy kid. Like, oh, she's so book smart, she's this. And I just, instead of trying to be something that I'm not, or because my name is very generic, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's also just it's very common. So I just kind of embraced who I was, and it just kind of came together. So people seem to like it. Kind of makes me cool now. It wasn't cool before. Yeah,
it's very cool. It's easy to remember. It's not forgettable. That's a good thing. It's always good when you're trying to like do music and
absolutely. I want people to remember me.
Make people to remember you and maybe push play.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's a good goal. So,
yes.
Did you grow up here in Indianapolis?
No. I am from Nashville, Tennessee, born and raised. I've only been here. It'll be 3 years in December. So
right.
Yeah, newer transplant, I suppose.
So did you grow up in Nashville? What part of Nashville?
Southeast side by the airport, so kind of in the burbs over there.
Yeah, I can hear the Nashville in you right now.
It comes out.
I lived in Nashville for 3 years back in the 90s, and so in Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we say it. It's not Nashville.
I agree. I've been told that.
Yes. And some people will correct you. I'm not so bad about that, but some people, Nazis,
they'll really tell you that in Louisville.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
They're way more harsh about it.
Oh, yes, absolutely, hands down.
So, I mean, what made you leave Music City as a music person?
Well, when I left, I guess I was doing music, but it wasn't so much as me as a solo artist. I had done a lot of backgrounds and traveled with other bands and stuff as a musician, as a singer. But I left because the law school in Bloomington gave me money to study. So I went for an academic
law school.
Well, I'm a lawyer now.
Okay.
So I've been in the state a
That's
little
good.
longer
You
than
might
I've
be
been.
able to help me. Like, with stuff other than music. Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
Everybody needs a lawyer, so I'll take that. I used to feel like, when people used to say that to me, I was like, I'm not about to get you out of jail. But I get it. We all kind of need a little legal help because the laws are very vague. So
I have a great aversion to jail. I don't know what it is.
I'm glad. Then we can talk.
It made me the biggest wimp in the world because I'm just completely. I don't need to go to jail.
I might have you beat, but maybe we're a little tit for tat. I don't want to go to jail either.
No desire to step anywhere near. I don't even need to visit jail. I'm good.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing. I've visited, especially in law school, working with some clients and some other lawyers. Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of law do you practice?
Primarily entertainment law and tax law. Mostly entertainment, but because I'm a musician, and I think what got me interested, because I wasn't that kid that always was, I'm going to be a lawyer when I grow up. Did not want to do that at all. I wanted to be Paula Abdul. So, so, I was a dancer and musician growing up. But I had my catalog stolen in high school. And
Really?
yes, and I mean, because I've been writing forever, like poems and I guess middle school, high school were more songs. And I had my entire like notebook and my recordings, like tapes and stuff, CDs, stolen out of my backpack in school. I'm about 85% sure of who did it, but you know, I'm a girl, you know, humble beginnings. We don't know about copyright. Like, that's not something that was taught about in our household. I didn't have music mentors growing up to where, you know, well, you're writing, this is how you do it right to protect yourself. So just as I got older and then I got more into my music, it was, I've always been a teacher by nature, and it was, so for me, it was let me learn so that I can help myself, but then in turn help other people. So that's what I'm trying to do now.
So do you find a lot of the musicians around here are completely clueless of copyright law?
Yes. Just how to be a business. We are businesses as creatives, regardless of the genre. As people who make content, you just have to protect yourself. And yeah, I find that here, I mean, it's a good niche for me to try to come in and educate and help and hopefully make a little change on the side by helping empower other artists to protect themselves, because people will take it in a heartbeat. If it's good, they'll take it and won't feel two ways about it. So, yeah.
I understand. Do you find yourself torn a little sometimes between just doing the law thing? And
absolutely not. I do not want that to be my career. That was never.
Okay. So your whole passion is the music projects.
Yeah,
that you got going
music. I'm a classically trained dancer, so I've been dancing for 30 years. I used to choreograph, all of that. That's what I want to do. I've never veered from that. Took some small detours because a girl got to get paid. But until that pays for itself, yeah. I mean, that's kind of, I did it the other way. Everybody's like, you know, you grow up, you know, music is your, you know, that's your hobby, that's your, you know, your dream, but you need a plan A, and that's your plan B if, you know, you can make enough to fund it, but no, I did it the other way. So.
So what was your, what were some of the early bands that you were with in groups?
Well, ooh, it feels like a lifetime ago. I was in the Regal Records camp for a while, based out of Memphis, Tennessee. That's where I went to undergrad. And so I worked a lot, Young Knowledge, Big Flex. Obviously, we're in Memphis, so it's more hip-hop, but I did, like, a lot of the writing, like the choruses and stuff like that, and sang on that. I sang behind, her name was Joyce, some of the soul and funk artists in Nashville and Memphis, especially on Beale Street, BB King's. I had shows there probably like 4 days a week. Funny Bone on Beale. So just a lot of varied things. So yeah.
I'm very interested.
Oh.
So,
it's hard for me to recall actual names. I
played it on Beale Street in a place called, I think it was called Club 152.
I've been there too.
I played a show there like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I'm glad that one's still there because Funny Bone isn't. So
yeah, it was a cool little spot, like kind of dark in there. Even with lights on, it felt like it was in the dark. It was like a place where like light was swallowed. Like they had spotlights on you and stuff, but it still felt like you were standing in the dark.
Parts of Beale, I think, are designed that way on purpose.
Yeah,
I mean, because you've got, you're drunk and, like
maybe that was it. I don't know.
Little dark, dank little holes.
Yeah, but I had fun. It was I loved playing in Memphis. I love Memphis in general.
A lot of good stuff comes out of there.
So you spent some time in Memphis as well, it seems like.
Yes.
And I liked oddly. I'm a John Grisham fan.
Okay. Yeah.
And he did the book The Firm,
yes,
which is set in Memphis.
And Runaway Jury, and
The Firm, in the movie, they go to Mud Island, and they have like a big fight, chase scene kind
I've
of
been
thing.
to Mud Island, yeah.
So I went to Mud Island just because I wanted to like check it out.
Yes,
after seeing the movie. And I was like, whoa, these cars really are cool.
Yeah.
He
was
to get
pretty
out there.
spot on, yeah.
Yeah, that was really neat. And I love that. My mom is a tremendous Elvis fan, so I've been to Graceland a couple times.
I've never been to Graceland, and
Really?
a lot of people that I know, like my best friend is from Memphis, and she still lives there with my godson. A lot of people that I know from Memphis have never been to Graceland. Like, that is such a tourist thing. So that, the locals haven't been, don't care to go.
I actually played at Graceland too.
Did you?
In the museum.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That seems like that would be
That was
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, you haven't even been. Graceland's awesome, by the way. Seriously, the dude had a crazy house.
Oh, yeah.
To tour it.
Yeah, I've seen pictures, so yeah, I can imagine being there in person, yeah.
For the 70s even. Now you see people that have 3 TVs and you're just like, yeah, they have 3 TVs.
Right. The 70s.
Dude had he had the setup.
Yeah.
It was the
For sure.
deal.
Yeah.
That's fun. So, what are the projects that you've been working on music-wise now? What do you have out there for people to find?
Well, I just have a sprinkle of singles right now. Anywhere you stream your music, so you can find me, The Girl Called Books. I'm going into the studio to work on a pair of EPs. Probably in about 6 weeks, at least starting in about 6 weeks. Rehearsing my band currently, so just want to get tight before we go in there, so I don't waste people's time and money.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
Studio is expensive. So.
Yes, it is, and I am on someone else's dime, which is nice, but I still don't want to.
Oh, so what's up with that? What?
Well, I've. Special shouts to Fourth Sunday Music Company.
Craig Helmreich, he was on the show a few weeks ago.
He is fantastic. I love him. I love Fourth Sunday. They are just super encouraging and supportive of the things that I do, and just other artists that they feel like, I guess, have potential. And in the middle of my showcase for their Fourth Tuesday showcase, he asked me if I wanted to be one of their scholarship recipients, and I was the first one to actually get multiple. So he just wants to just record my music. So I said, hey, well, then I'm going in definitely with a plan, because we're going
to make the most of it.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
So,
I think the program's awesome. It hasn't. As of this moment, it hasn't aired, but it's going to real soon.
Okay.
But we had Craig on the show, and we talked all about Fourth Sunday.
Yeah, I was trying to get there. I had The Wiz. I was in a musical, so I couldn't. Otherwise, I would have been here cheering him on, because he cheered just like he cheers everybody else on. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful program, and
Absolutely.
I'm glad you're getting to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And
Indy's been good to me
and
this
you're going to
year.
recording at Postal.
Yes.
Is that where it is?
Mm-hmm.
The vibe there is to definitely have your band really tight and go in and record analog, right?
Yes. I did some backgrounds for Jay Jones at Postal.
Uh-huh.
He's a Fourth Sunday artist also. So I've been there a couple times, and yeah, definitely. That's why I told the guys, like, let's get this together, because I'm not wasting money, I'm not wasting time, I'm not wasting anything. So I want to go in there and just hit it hard.
Yeah, you got to figure out the way you want everything to be, so you're not sitting there in the studio trying to do it all that time.
But we've been playing the songs out, so we don't just rehearse. That's why Indy's been so great to me this year. I've had a lot of opportunity to perform, so we're able to work out those kinks, not just in practice, but in a performance space. Because when you perform, things still like to be out. Yeah, they just
come
like
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're working out those kinks, and it's sounding good. So I feel like we'll be prepared when we get there.
Well, that's fantastic. It's this point in the show where we have to bring in our special guest, Brent Lee Smith, president of the Moonshine Book Club, president and chairman of the board of the Moonshine Book Club,
and sergeant of arms.
Sergeant, yeah. So, are you also the bodyguard for the president?
People already know better. I don't need a bodyguard.
Speaks for itself. Okay.
Word gets around.
The word has definitely gotten around So what do we got for this Moonshine Book Club thing is kind of new to the show.
Yeah.
And we give I guess in any episode where we do the book club, we have a special book to recommend.
Okay.
Yes.
So what have you got today?
This is the Instrument Flying Handbook.
Oh.
And oh boy.
Instrument Flying Handbook?
Yeah, I picked it because of instruments and music, but it's talking about different instruments.
Okay.
But still worth a read. Especially if you're in aviation,
Okay.
want to be in aviation, or just like reading, or just do it because I said so.
Okay. Perhaps there will be some life takeaways, or because I don't intend on flying, so
Or maybe they got pilots that play trombones or something.
hopefully not at the same time.
Well, that's why you got a co-pilot to help you out.
Okay. Well, it's okay. So then they won't be playing an instrument. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully.
is this how to fly a plane by instrument? Like we use a trombone to fly a plane, or
Yeah, but I just used a trombone as an example earlier. Like the real instrument, like to get it going, is the oboe.
oboe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I play.
Oh, you do?
That I play a few instruments, but yes, oboe.
So maybe this is the book for you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll
See,
I
see.
mean,
Yeah, you play the oboe, so when you're up there, you don't go, oh no.
Okay, I could see that. All right.
Yeah, that's on page
A lot.
37 and a half.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, I will take that when I go through platform 9 3/4. It's on 7 1/2.
And since you're here, this is your honorary copy.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I
Yeah.
can dig into this book
Y-
since
yes.
I'm books. It's
Yeah.
another one to add to the collection.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the interesting thing is that our readers, our watchers and viewers and listeners, they too can read Instrument Flying Handbook by, what is that? The U.S. Department of Transportation, and comment, and let us know what you think. Send along email to Joe at moonshineandmusic.com, and we can, have a little discussion on the air about some of the comments that come in on the Instrument Flying Handbook. We
If you need
appreciate
a book, come to Books and Brews and look for it. If they don't have it, then look somewhere else.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today, Brent Lee Smith,
Thanks for joining the book club.
Thank you.
president of the Moonshine Book Club and stand-up comedian. Find him on a stage near you.
Not flying and playing an instrument at the same time.
Well, you never know with Brent. He could be. Could happen, right?
Hey,
So, what songs are you going to play for us today? What do you got? What do you got in your back pocket?
I think a song called "With You." I wrote it for my one of my best friends. She's currently battling stage 4 cancer, and I wrote her a song. And another song called "What If I Fall." It's kind of a fan favorite right now. So, yeah.
All right, I like that. I like that. I like the fan favorites and also the deep heartfelt song.
Most of my
It's
songs are pretty emo, even the fan favorites.
always- even the fan favorites are really emotional. So
So, like, I apologize in advance.
prepare. Yeah, apologies in advance, but we're gonna cry today.
No, hopefully no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
I have a couple songs where I know people are gonna cry. It's okay. We just have to deal with that, right? We have to have
That's
have to have
true.
our emotions.
That's true, but it's nice when you make a connection like that. So if you do cry, I'm just glad that you were touched by something that I said or sang. So,
Well, that's true. It is. It is a way to reach out and connect with folks. That's
Absolutely.
what music's all about.
Yes.
And we appreciate you coming into the show and sharing
thank
your music
you.
with us.
I appreciate you having me.
I really have enjoyed hearing you in the past, and I can't wait to hear you now.
Well,
coming
thank
to the stage right now, the girl called Books, right here on Moonshine and Music.
Thank you so much. All right, this first song is called "With You." It's on one of the upcoming EPs that I'm getting ready to record. Run past inevitable. What's out of my control? Wish it away.
so incredible. It's unbelievable. I wish it away to the stars. I wish it away to the stars. I wish it away. It's been so long since I felt this way, and I don't know what to do. But the fire's raging, and I can't contain it. So I wish it away to the stars. Wish it away to the stars. Wish it away with you by my side. I can do anything. Let's watch it burn, baby, burn with you. Inevitable was out of my control. Wish you away to the stars. You're so incredible. It's unbelievable. So I wish you away to the stars.
Thank you. This tune is called What If I Fall? And it's also on my upcoming EP.
Outside it's raining and it's cold in my heart, and dark 'cause you're not around me. The rainbow's on the other side, it's still out of reach. I can't hold on to what doesn't want to stay. And what I am so afraid of, and why are you so scared? And what I am so afraid of, if you jump, I will jump too. What if I fall with you? What if I fall with you? What if I fall with you? So in love. What if I fall with you? What if I fall with you? What if I fall with you? So in love. Ooh, 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 so in love.
Moonshine and Music is a presentation of Notlehs Entertainment. Copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Our producer is Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. On cameras and all sorts of other stuff, Bailey Shelton. And our staff guru is Brent Schlemmer. Join us each Sunday for more episodes of Moonshine and Music.